Okay, this is the last video in the 3-part video series about how to write compelling dialogue. So if you haven't watched the other 2, go watch them because they all lead up to this. And I'm going to teach you now the exercise that's going to get you to writing compelling dialogue. So you have subtext down, you know what it is, you know how to use it. You have character dialect down, you know what each character's dialect is, you have a word for it. So if you need to describe it, you can. If you need to remind yourself, how does this character communicate? You know in which way they communicate. And then this is the tool that you're going to use to decide how to write your dialogue. Okay, so to reveal character dialect for your characters, you're going to use the sentiment equation that I'm going to teach you to write how your characters would use their own communication style. And it comes to play when characters are communicating with each other. This character has a particular communication style. This character has a particular communication style. You put them in a room together, or you put them in a stressful situation together, or you put them in a happy situation together. And the way they communicate creates that complexity that everybody is looking for, okay? So the way that the sentiment equation works to reveal your character dialect is this sentence. Character, your character's name, plus sentiment, whatever they're trying to communicate. I love you, I hate you, clean your room, the sky is falling. Whatever, with no subtext, whatever bare line that they're trying to communicate, that is going to equal your character dialect. So this is an example. If the line that you're trying to communicate is, I have to tell you something and it's not good, you're going to take your character's name. So for example, we have a character named Hannah. You're going to take your character's name, Hannah, plus I have something to tell you and it's not good equals I have something to tell you and it's not good. Because that's how Hannah communicates. She is what we would call a character who's transparent. Now we have another character, Brian. And so Brian plus I have to tell you something and it's not good is going to equal he grabs a beer and chugs hard, doesn't say anything, because that's the way that Brian communicates. He'll avoid it completely and start drinking, okay? Then you have another character, Cody, plus I have to tell you something and it's not good equals him saying, you know I love you, right? And anybody who knows Cody knows what that means. They know that I have to tell you something and it's not good. You as the writer should know all of your characters, so you know what it means. And when you write a screenplay where the characters know each other, the other characters are going to know what that means. And it's up to the audience to work it out in their brain, which human beings enjoy doing. That's why we enjoy solving problems. That's why we enjoy watching complex characters, because that part of our brain trying to figure it out is stimulated, okay? So here's how you're going to try it out. You are going to try this exercise with important characters in your screenplay that you're writing. So you're going to use the sentiment equation in the example here, okay? And then you're going to try it with someone else's script. This is why it's extremely important to try it with someone else's script. When these are characters that you've been living with for a long time, you know them, they're inside of you, and sometimes it's hard to get that clear perspective of looking at them in a clean way so that you can write them with compelling dialogue, right? So if you pick up a script from someone else, right? It could be a screenwriter you know from your screenwriting group or your class, or it can be a screenplay that's already written and you're writing it on spec. So like a screenplay you'll find on the internet, like for a television show or for any movie that's already out where the characters exist in the world. What you're going to do is going to take that partner or that screenplay that already exists, and you're going to do something like this exercise. You can choose any sentiment that you want. I think for the sake of not spending time figuring out what sentiment, just use this one. I have something to tell you and it's not good. And you're going to write that for characters that aren't yours. So whether you choose a partner or whether you choose something that you found on the internet, there's tons of scripts on the internet. Just Google script for the movie you want to use or the show you want to use. Usually it pops up. When you write that for a character, so let's say we're looking at a show, Insecure, and you want to write for Issa's character. Okay, so this, I have something to tell you, is not good. It may not be in the script. It's probably not. You're going to choose Issa's character and then figure out the way that she would say it. So you would say, Issa plus, I have something to tell you that's not good, equals what? How would she say it? Now you have her sentiment equation. Now you know her character dialect. So you're going to do it for your own characters. You're going to do it for someone else. Maybe you'll switch it and do it for somebody else first to sort of clean your brain of your characters. And then you start writing your own characters, writing a sentiment, the same sentiment for everyone. It works better when it's the same sentiment for everyone. And then write how the different characters would say it. And there you have it. That now you know how your character talks. Okay, so that's how you write compelling dialogue. Here's another sentiment to add if you can't think of, or if you've gone through the exercise, you want to do it again. I'm not ready to talk about this right now. Everybody's going to say that completely different in your screenplay. Use that and then figure out your character dialect, and you will be able to write compelling dialogue forever. I hope this helps. Happy writing.